Hello ladies and gentlemen, how are you doing? I'm ODPixel, welcome to another episode of Herald Casting. As always, just want to say big thank you to everyone that has been liking and subscribing on the YouTube channel here. Thank you very much, means a lot. And I do try and read all of the comments that you put in the video, so it's always great to see your discussions of what you felt, your feelings about what happened in the action. What your favourite bits were and such. Always nice to let me know in the comments. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to get ourselves tucked in for another bit of a Herald DOTA 2. Let's have a look what we have here today from both teams. On the Radiant side, we have Skywrath and faces forward Tinker, a Shadow Shaman, and Bristleback. Over on the Dire side, we have Jakiro, we have OD, we have Shadow Demon, we have a Lifestealer, and just make sure we're not missing any action here around the mid lane. Oh, we are actually going to get Shackle in. Go for some first blood. This dragon trying to slow him down with the old dual breath. And it will be enough. He's going to be fine. Last but not least on the Dire side, I'll make sure not to miss him out, it's going to be a Slark here playing on the safe lane. Is he prepared? We'll see if he brings the stick out. We'll see if... oh, there we go. Oh, 1v1 me. 1v1 me. Who's going to win it? Oh, okay, no, that's it. Oh, no. He's been outnumbered now. He's not winning it anymore. It's going to be first blood. Go. Oh, he wants to go for more. If Jakiro was a little closer, he might have been able to eat. Oh, he's still going to try and go for more. Oh, what does he want to do? Oh, he's not going to dive. He'll go for the sky, though. I mean, this man's got a lot of essence shift built up. Not enough. But I could admire that he wanted a fight. And he got one permanent agi out of it all. And Tinker's been left very low. Tinker doesn't even have any regen outside the clarities. Actually, I guess that doesn't matter because apparently Tinker's not the mid laner. The mid laner today for Radiant is going to be the Skywrath. Tinker's going to be heading top. A bit of the old Tinker support. Absolutely can work nowadays with the Tinker rework. Well, whenever that came in, it was a while ago now, I guess, the rework. But it looks like Tinker's going to be supporting Bristleback in this top lane against the Slark and the Jakiro. Mid lane is the Sky versus the OD. And bottom lane, Void farming. Shaman on the support against a Lifestealer off lane, backed up by a Shadow Demon. All right, we'll see. Lifestealer, not a hero we see a lot of. We'll see how well he's able to do in the off lane position. Top lane. Slark's very well prepared to be spammed here. He's got the tangos and a salve. Jakiro's come to lane with not too much. He's getting a ward sent out. Saving up the money here, just holding on to the Sage's Master the Clarity, making sure that they can spam out the dual breaths and try and be a bit of a nuisance to the two of them. Bristol's getting his boots out, so Bristol's going to be ready to run it out. Oh, we're going to see Slark get aggressive. Jakiro's coming in with the wraparound. Doesn't quite have enough mana for the dual breath. It doesn't matter. They get the kill nonetheless. Not quite quick enough off the back of the last hit of the Slark to get the permanent agi. But they might get that. Bristol's dead. Oh, these quill sprays. You've got to be careful with the quill sprays. Oh. All right, Slark goes down. Jakiro, the last man left standing there off the back of that trade. It's a great cause to watch on that top lane. Slark's going to feel that they can keep fighting with the build-up of the essence shift. And Bristleback's always going to feel they have the potential with the quill spray stacking up. Bottom lane. Apologies. Looks like Shaman was able to step up and get the Lifestealer the old zap. As Lifestealer gets taken out of the lane. How are they doing on the farm down here? Oh, a bit of the odd ping onto the Shadow Demon. A bash would have done it. But not going to find it today. Shadow Demon is going to have to back off, only down to his last two tangos here for the laning stage. Apologies, mid lane. Skywrath chases rounds, able to nuke down the OD. Not quite sure on the translations, but OD probably not too happy with that one in the mid. He's been doing very well on the CS so far, in fact, actually. That was a huge kill for the Skywrath to get. OD was 8 and 5. Skywrath was just 2 and 3. So a big step up back in the mid lane action there for the Skywrath, getting that kill. Top lane. It's getting close to diving territory here, Bristle. He wants to run down this Jakiro. He's going pretty deep. Let's see what they can do. Quill sprays are stacking up. Rockets are coming in. They're both taken down. Easy rockets there for the Tinker as he walks back up, and he'll take those 2 kills. That's an annoying lane here for the die. This Bristle-Tinker combo. Not fun. Mid lane OD's trying to push in. Bottom, looks like Shaman went for some aggressive action again. This time Lifestealer is able to turn with the rage and take him down. Look at the setup onto the Void. He has got Time Walk, so he's fine. He's fine. Also, Prepare for the Lane has brought out a wand against the spam of the Shadow Demon. It's going to be hugely valuable here in this matchup. Bristle, very close to having the Ring of Health. That's going to allow him to play even more aggressive. He might die here, though. As Jakiro's running him down, he's burning. The Tango regen, that saved his life. He went very, very low there. Without that Tango regen, he would have died. Rocket comes in, he needs one more hit the Tinker, but Jakiro with the brown boots, he's on the run. Tinker's got boots as well, though, and takes him out. He'll die, but he'll happily throw his life away to get a kill, get a bit of XP before he goes down. I guess Slark's happy, though, picks up the solo XP of the Tinker dying underneath his nose. Bristle, did he manage to spend up? He did. He's got the Ring of Health, so he'll be able to stay beefed up and healed up in the lane. Couple of nulls out in the mid-sky. Build up for the OD is going to be the Meteor Hammer. Everybody knows, regardless of the skill bracket, the build on this hero. Run Meteor Hammer, master the timing, and you'll probably have a good time. The hero is definitely very, very, very effective at killing heroes with that item timing. Well, back down bottom. 6 for 1 on Lifestealer. Against the 15 for 3. So Lifestealer still struggling to find too much out of this laning stage. He's picked up a Bracer for the lane as well as the one. Oh, top Slark. Oh! Looks like Bristle was dancing with danger again. Slark's trying to chase. Oh, he shouldn't have turned. He shouldn't have turned. Gives up the kill. Slark's going to turn towards the Tinker, but Skyra comes in with a rotation, makes sure that they can bring down the Slark without Tinker being left in any danger. I think he would have lived there. He maybe felt that he had to turn and slow it. I think he already had the movement speed advantage to the point where he would have been able to stay out of range of the Dart Pact. Oh, well, Tinker's happy. Picking up some farm here on the top. He's going to be grabbing the Soul Ring, making sure that they can spam their spells with the rearm. In mid, Bristle's actually come over to the mid lane. He wants to join on the action here, forcing back the OD. OD, of course, not yet having the hammer, but still hitting very hard into the Bristle. Not a fun lane really for the Bristle to turn up to. He's probably not going to want to stick around it too much longer, unless they can actually set up for the kill on OD. He's got a couple of stacks out onto him. I mean, this is hugely aggressive here for the level 4 offlane Bristle. But it does seem like OD doesn't really know too much what to do with this. Sitting back, hiding in the trees. It's giving the opportunity for Skyra to catch up a little bit on the CS. And, Bristle's got an invis. He still wants to mess with this OD mid. He's very low on HP, and there's a Shadow Demon. So, this is a very dangerous move from the Bristleback. He's spotted out the Shadow Demon. Apologies, top lane Tinker goes down. Shadow Demon's going to make a go. Bristle staying out of the way of the setup of the OD. I mean, of course, we're... Oh, okay, so Poison's going to get stacked up. Oh, the Mystic Flare! But the Sanity's Eclipse comes down. OD's pretty low. Is Scarf got any mana left for another spell? It's just the last spell and it's not enough. OD's going to be able to survive through it all. And he ends up winning the whole trade. Double kill for the OD. Of course, with the space that was given to the two top, the Slark and the Jakiro, with the Tinker support being in the mid lane. They seize the opportunity to dive in, take down the Bristle. Slark's now level 6. So it's a bit of a risky lane to turn up to. Slark's going to be very ready to dive and get kills. Oh, we'll see here. Void. Treads, nearly done. Oh, bit of English, actually. I understand that. We obviously, I believe, another language was being spoken. Not quite sure what was being said. I can only assume it was nice words. Over in the river, Bristle and Skyra, I mean, they're ready for action. They're teaming up. Tinker's coming in as well with a rocket spam, keeping Slark pushed back. They'll run down Jakiro. I mean, a massively aggressive Bristleback. He's still not quite hit the level 6. But he's still very happy to just stand around here in the mid lane. Team up on the OD with the double slow. The Mystic flares out. He's going to try and get the Meteor Hammer off. He's not going to get the chance to. It is working. Bristle just... He's done with the OD. He's making the OD rather angry, I would imagine. He's not happy. He's not happy here with Bristle's presence in the mid lane. That is for sure. As now they get some good damage onto the tower. Bottom lane, Tinker coming in, spamming out those rockets on every single lane, keeping room for his cores to farm. Yeah, it has to be said. Bristle, I think he knows what he's doing. He's getting stuff done. A lot earlier than normally you'd expect from a Bristle. He'll now head back up to the top lane, close to having the Vanguard done. Slark. Echo Saber treads. He's found the Possessed Mask. Always a lovely little find there for the Slark from the neutral item selection. So just who avoids, but QAnon loves the Agi. Oh, Bristle. Alright, he's dead top. He's dead. It's not a nice place to be, Slark, for the most part. With the Shadow Dance, you can commit and withstand through the damage of the Quill Spray stacking up. But okay, he's changing now. I was going to say he had further actually queued up there with a band of Elven Skin and another Slippers. Over to the side, Tinker's tried to go in. Backup could be on its way. Void's not quite hit the 6, though. Really wants to try and get that Chrono. They'll jump out with the Infest, take him down. He needs a couple more creeps to hit the 6. If he can get this XP, I needs that range creep. So at the moment, he's not quite ready to offer any services. Skyrash's come in. Void, he needs to get back over. If he can get the XP for one of these kills, they might be able to get more. Lifestealer's so low, but he's able to make it out of there. Skyrash didn't quite have the damage to kill him off. Just unfortunate there on the XP front, really. If Void had the 6, would have made a whole world of difference. He's got it now. I don't know if he can really do it with just the Shadow Shaman. He's gonna go for it. He's tempted. He'll drop a 3-man Chrono, but damage is not really there from the two of them. Shaman's out of mana. I mean, you can't blame him there for the appeal. He sees 3 heroes grouped up. It's always lovely to hit a multi-man Chrono as early as he did, but he is going to die for it. Skyrash now comes in. Rage on cooldown for a few seconds. See if they can focus down the Lifestealer. Another blast coming in. It's not enough, though. Lifestealer will live. Yeah, just things not quite falling into place there for Radiant as they would have hoped for down bottom. You could see it, you know, how close they were to making the combos happen, but it goes as it goes, and they don't get the kills. Dire's able to come out on top, and Dire's not done here. Invis Rune from the OD. He's ready to set up. Straight away with a Meteor Hammer combo laid down onto the Shaman. Shaman will be able to get the Hex up, but the Sanity's Eclipse is there. Jakiro with some nice juke around the tree line means that Skyrash immediately can't find him. Should be able to get him now. Turns with one final blast. Will be a dead Jakiro. See if the OD can fight on now. He's on his own. There's 3 heroes here from Radiant. Tinker's moved down as well. Hiding in the trees. See if they can get the vision. He's going to set up. Or at least hold back. Oh, no, he's going to set up. He's going to try and turn and fire onto the Tinker. Hammer comes crashing down, but he's been lasered. Can't get any more hits in with the orb. He'll have to back away and just respect the spam of the Tinker with the rockets and the lasers. Elsewhere, top lane, Bristleback diving in deep as it looks to try and get that Slark kill. Once again, though, with Shadow Dance, it's very hard to dive this hero. Slark's able to weave away, come back in, and take him down. Shaman picking some expert in the tree. Oh, that's Tinker. Oh, yeah, I recognise the word Tinker. So he's saying something about Tinker. Tinker's doing fine. Tinker's doing fine. Echo Saber nearly done for Slark. Here we go. Top lane. Jump forward. Looking for the Bristle. And trying to commit everything. They're setting up. TP reactions are coming in. Bristle's getting very low. Will die, but a lot of damage was done due to the Krill Sprays. As Shadow Demon's going to die into the tower. Jakiro as well. Slark's hiding, starting to heal up. He is going to have Shadow Dance in a few seconds. 2 seconds to Shadow Dance. Oh, it's so close. Wasn't quite back up. The 3 of them dying there for that dive. They get the Bristle, but it's a painful trade there. Mid lane space has been had. Shaman's able to push down the tier 1. We'll at least get the deny there, Lifestealer. But some good stuff getting done here by the Shaman. OD getting his treads done. Double damage rune in the river. Void. Mask of Madness and Maelstrom. Nothing surprising there. How do you build an offlane Lifestealer? That's the question. I would only imagine we're still going to see very carry-esque items come out from Lifestealer. I don't really know if there's much flexibility when it comes to this hero. But I'm always down to learn, down to see and witness new things. Slark. He wants to chase for this. Void's going to come. Oh! Nice Chrono, actually. Tinker, if they got any mana, they're going to get the rearm up, but not quite soon enough to set up as the Shadow Dance is there. Pounce forward aggressively over towards the Void, but the laser comes in. Void's able to step to the side of the Macropire, jump out. He's going to live. They'll kill off the Slark. It works out at the end of the day. The Chrono holding him in place, keeping him interested long enough for them to turn, get the kill. Hammer combo set up onto the Skyrash. Skyrash will try and get out as many spells as they can, but they will die. Shaman controlling the OD, turns in with the blast. The Sanities comes down onto the Tinker, but the Hex is there. Bristle's going to be ready with the rundown. One more Astral holds back the Bristle. How long till another bit of disable? A few seconds till Shackles. See if they can dive for this one. Odie's a little speedy. I mean, Bristle's going to be tempted with the Vanguard. He wants to get in on this. He's going to try and turn with the combo, but Shaman's going to be able to put a stop to it. Oh! The shackle comes out, but the hammer was already there, so Shaman does die for this. Still the dive continues. Shadow Demon containing the bristle, making sure that the OD doesn't continue to get beaten down by the quill sprays. He's stuck. I think he's stuck there. Is he stuck? He's not moving. I think he's stuck. A perfect trap. A perfect trap there somehow between the illusions and the lifestealer renders the bristle unable to escape. Tinker's stepping close. He's got to be cautious. He gets set up by a disruption. He'll die. Look for the chase down. Lifestealer trying to close the gap with the phase boots, but can't quite get in to start off the initial slow. What? Set up here. A little off timing here with the ice path, but I don't think it quite matters. Especially with Macropire good to go. Burns through them all. Burns through the Tinker. This will set up for the tier 1 tower to go down. 21-17. Slark's progress looking for the Shadow Blade after the Echo Saber. Over mid. Skyrath getting the Atos done. Shaman, I mean, he's a man after towers. And honestly, he's been doing great. Even though his actual kill participation is very low. He's only been involved in 1 kill out of the 17. But he's been taking out the towers. This tower's going down. Top lane, they'll try again with the setup, but not before the death of the Shadow Demon. See Bristleback, he's ready to try and run down the 3 of them. Lark's already looking for the wraparound, trying to get in on top of the squishies. Get that Skyrath under lock, and he's in. Now starting the action off onto the Sky. Is there anything the Sky can do to protect them? There isn't. We'll lay down the Mystic Flare, but the Shadow Dance is out. Slark fights through it. Dual Breath slow out onto the Bristle. Tinker's trying to head over to help out. Laser will disarm the Slark for now, but the hammer combo laid down on the Bristle. Tries to protect him here with the defense matrix, but it's not enough to save him. The last final rocket blast will take out the Slark. But still, ultimately, it's more casualties on the Radiant side. Dire continuing to win these trades. We're going to see the stat build here from the Lifestealer. It's good to see that rather than sort of the Maelstrom. You know, he is the offlane. He wants to build the items, get the stats up so he can just join the fights. Chrono. Going to get laid down, but the Ice Path is there. OD's pretty tanky. They need lots more damage. Skyrath's going to come in. Rod of Atos has been picked up. Mystic Flare laid down, and with the OD already using the Astro to try and set up onto the Void, the OD doesn't stand a chance against the ultimate of the Skyrath. Shackles containing the Lifestealer. Jakiro trying to kite the Void through the Macropire, but Void's happy to fight through it. One final Hex comes out onto the Lifestealer. Void, he's not even going to need to get a punch in. The bolts and flares coming out from the Skyrath cleans up another. Radiant will be able to fight back here as Dai get a little too close to the tier 2 towers around a time where Radiant's ready to get back in the game and respawn and fight back.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Close the gaps here on the kills, 22-24. Shaman's going to be more prepared to turn up and help out the team. He's going for the mech build after the Arcanes. Slark back to the jungle, hitting up towards the Shadow Blade. And yeah, Void. Maelstrom's pretty quick here. Some nice involvement there on the last few moves. Jakiro straight back top. He's ready to do his best to hold on to this tier 1 tower as long as possible. Slark's got his eyes on the Bristle. Going to start with a bit of a poke, but you see, yeah, Slark's definitely being much more cautious than he was earlier. Now with the backup of the OD and Jakiro, he's going to go. But again, Shaman's in. Wards are back up. Drops down the Shaman wards immediately. Shackle set up onto the OD. Blast as well. Lifestealer's going to come in with a wraparound, though. Shaman in a lot of trouble, but a lot of damage has already been done. The OD's trying to run. Now he's ready to turn. Holds back with the Astral. 4 heroes here. Is there going to be any further help for the Bristle? Not in time. They commit in. Slark plays it safe with the Shadow Dance. Now getting himself another permanent Ash. Doing very nice on the stacks here. 17 minutes in. Already 11 permanent agility. Very, very good stuff from Slark. Tinker, bit of space for him. Blink Dagger's going to be ready for the next move. It's going to be very nice. Make sure that he can TP in, close that gap. Make sure that he's ready and in range to back up the Void when Void sets up the Chrono. 40 seconds until the next Chronosphere. Void should be able to hit the 12 as well before that. Get the second point. A lot of action. Apologies, yes. Let's get over to the net worth. My bad, ladies and gentlemen. Let's have a look who's ruling the top of this graph right now. It is the OD, OD and the Void pretty much hand in hand. Very, very close. Overall, 1k net worth difference between the teams 18 minutes in. It's a close start, and that's, again, that's why I love these games. This is what I look for. You want the uncertainty, we want the mystery, and we're getting it in this one. And we've also got the fire. As I said, not quite sure what the words are being exchanged between the two teams, but I can only imagine it's fueling them to play even better Dota than they have before. Set up in the mid with the ice path. Void's going to jump forward. Gets the chrono out. The rage was there in time. Shaman's going to turn for the control onto the Jakiro. Make sure that he can't slow down any of the attack moves from the Void as Void takes down the OD. Jump over towards the Lifesteal, but Lifesteal's in with the Infest into the creep. He's going to be able to walk it away. In fact, he's thinking about turning. Void's taking damage underneath the tower. Lifestealer jumps out, but the time walks back up. Lifestealer's got to keep on running. In with the combo, the Mystic Flare laid down, burns the Jakiro to a cinder. Over to the side, Shaman sets up with the Shackles. Hex, Bristle starting to step back over, but they're very, very low. The poison's coming out. Void's back at full HP, though. Jumps back in with the Time Walk, takes down the Shadow Demon. Lifestealer's trying to fight against the fourth, but he doesn't have the damage. Void's in with the bashes. 4 dead on the Dire. Excellent team play there as they group up and take them down around the Chronosphere. It's at the point now that they do have good damage to throw into the Chrono. Void with the Maelstrom and the Mask of Madness. He can lock down and pretty much kill any of these heroes in a Chronosphere. Maybe he has a bit more trouble with the Lifestealer if he gets the rage off. But even then, coming out of the Chronosphere, he's going to die. Shaman, honestly, I've been very, very good with the tower damage. He's pushing in on the mid. Unfortunately for him, he doesn't quite have the mana for the wards. But Sky's going to come in with the backup, locks him down with the Atos Mystic Flare combo. OD going for the Bristle with the setup. Does have the hammer, will drop it, but did actually get the final hit in. As Bristle's able to live through that, the damage was not quite there. And that's the ODO. It's quite painful they don't get a kill with the ultimate. They are going to try and turn things back. Set up here. Jump Bristle. He gets a little too close. And OD actually, at the end of the day, he cleans up the both of them. Underestimate the damage coming out from this Arcane Orb. Bristle feeling that he could help out. Get back in on this. Slark. Shadow Blade reveal. Straight into the mid. He's ready with the pounce onto the Tinker. But Tinker knows how to get out of this. He's going to go straight for the TP out. Trying to commit with the Shadow Dance. Another pounce is up. Actually, I think, the pounce only came for that. I think he might have actually been able to make it away, Tinker. Looks like he cancelled his initial TP attempt to move back to base there as he felt that he could maybe have turned. But they could not. Mid lane, wards drop down. Shaman, he's got a Lifestealer problem. Rage is going to come to an end soon, and Hex is up. Can you get in range for that Hex? Not quite. Lifestealer's too speedy with the phase boost, comboed up with the Yasha. So yeah, I feel like 20 minutes in, we've seen Shaman use these wards off cooldown. Excellent to see. Jump forward from the OD, but Shaman's quick with the Hex. Quick with the Hex. Bristle's heading in. OD will turn for his new target here, but backup's coming in. Skywrath turns up, lays down the flare. OD's not going to get away with getting this combo off. Shaman's ready to get back in on the river, grabs the Shadow Demon, followed up by the Hex into the blast. Shaman, he's crushing it. He's cruising through them right now, 29 to 29. Dead even on the kills. Slark's eyeing them up from the back, but there's 5 heroes. The full team's here. Not a fight. The Slark's going to be able to get in on. Tinker. Chase is on. Atos. Again, they're in on the Jakiro. Lifestealer's watching from the side, but he's been time dilated. Not much for him to do. He doesn't want to try and take it off and fight back with the Rage. Shaman, he's got the grab onto the Slark. Into the Hex. Perfect lockdown once more. Even a Slark can be handled here by this Shaman. It's got to watch here. Shaman is, honestly, locking everybody down. Straight down the mid. They're onto the tier 2 tower here, 22 minutes in. The action doesn't get much faster than this, I'll tell you that. Lifestealer nearly with the S&Y complete. See Bristle, Eternal Shrouds, very close to being done. There we have it. They'll finish it off. 22 minutes in. Set up here. Disruption's already been used aggressively, so it hasn't got anything to defend himself. Shadow Demon will die. Odie second guesses there, committing with the Meteor Hammer combos. Bristle closes the gap upon him. He can't set up for this. Lifestealer's watching from the side. He's not going to get a chance right now to get him. Void, he's very ready to fight. Chronosphere is back up. Lifestealer's going to put the rage. Got to watch out for this Chrono. Void. He's going to get the jump. Chrono down. He's caught the 2 of them, and he's caught the big target as well. OD again. Shaman dropping the walls. Won't do any damage for now once he's caught in the Chronosphere. Has enough space to beat down Jakiro. And by some time in the Astral, he's out with the blink. And he was confident as well there. Put some all chat in whilst he was Astraled, knowing that he'd be able to get the blink off the back of the Astral and away from the Shaman wards. So this time the wards won't do too much. OD. Set up again from the high ground. It's a bit harder to kill the Bristle now. With the Shroud done, he's got some pretty good resistance against the damage output from the team combined. Slark's in with the chase on towards Void. Won't get him. There's a haste rune. Slark's got it. And Slark knows not to mess around. Even with the Shadow Dance up, doesn't want to get anywhere close to the Shaman, or even the Skywrath for that matter. Whether it be the Silence or the Hex or the Shackle. A lot of things that around those Dark Packs can, you know, begin the combo that sets the Slark up for failure. When with his team, though, obviously excellent saves, having both an Astral and a Disruption. A lot of things that can be used here to keep him good. There we go, OD. Is there anything that can be done here? Skyrath's watching on. As I said, he's tanky now. Actually, the Disruption not really doing too much there in their efforts to kill him. They'll still drop the Demonic Purge. Really going all out to get him. Slark's going to get the wraparound over to the Skywrath on the back line. Skywrath goes down. It's a lot of Quill Spray stacks. They're really struggling to kill him now with the Eternal Shroud and the Vanguard done. Slark's going to come in. He'll offer up some help with the Essence Ship, but Shaman's able to put a stop to it. Shackles out. OD jumps back in. Looks for the hammer combo. Looks like Bristol's going to have to bail on this one for now. Or at least he's thinking about it. Watching from the side. Shaman does die. It's still just the Bristle. The rest of the team not quite able to make it over. Tinker still farming away. Bristle turning his back. Still trying to run. They're doing everything they can to bring this man down, and they will finally be able to do so. They do take him out. It just wasn't quite the backup to help there. Void didn't have Chrono, wasn't ready to get in position, and Tinker was more focused on getting the Ags done after the blink. Jumping on the mid. 15 seconds till Chrono. See if they're able to get away in time. This might not be the good time for Dire to fight. They've got to respect this Void. Very close to the Chrono timing. He knows it. He's staying on targets. They're in with the laser combo with the rockets. They've taken out the OD. Chrono not even needed. At least for now. Tinker gets another job done. He's been taking up a lot of space bottom, but now he's level 18 with the low cooldown on his ultimate. He's ready. Oh, sorry, the low channeling. He's ready to. He's very ready to go. Oh my goodness. He's just going straight to the base. He's feeling confident. He feels he can go where he wants. Diving through the tree line. We'll see a little bit of an attempt to hunt him out. Not bad try there for the Jakiro, but doesn't quite get him. All right, Tinker's feeling themselves right now. 900 towards the Ags. When they met Shaman. Oh. I mean, this man, he's got a Greaves. He's feeling tanky. Tinker's going to jump in. He's ready to start to kill people inside of the base. He'll get the kill. He is dying to the Macropire. Dying to the Macropire here. He will die to the Macropire. It's a nasty spell. It's a nasty spell. Not a nice one to stand into. Mystic Flare a little bit off the mark. Lifesteal's going to make a run straight for the Shaman, but he knows with the Rage coming down to an end, he's got to make sure he gets himself back out of reach. After the Shaman maybe being able to potentially turn and set up with the Shackle or the Hex. Bristol's going to go for the Ags build up next. Void, space to take down the tower. Looking for the Mjolnir after the BKB, Maelstrom, Mask of Madness. He's very, very farmed. Top of the net worth. Bottom lane. Oh, the timing's there, but Dark Pact will save him. That was close there. I thought he didn't quite get the Dark Pact off in time, but he did. What's it? Whoa, Slug, you're crazy, sir. He's crazy. Maybe he forgot that he just used the Shadow Dance moments ago. He goes back in, dies. Top lane. Top jungle. Lifestealer. He's going to run. They have a Chronosphere. It looks like Void doesn't even care too much about getting the Lifestealer. He says, I'm going to save the Chrono for better situations, bigger fights. I don't want to drop it just for a Lifestealer. What do we have here? Combo onto the Bristle. Again, we saw how much it took to kill this Bristle. And that was when he was on his own. Teammates around, probably not something they're going to want to do. Now found the OD. He's getting bashed. He'll go for a defensive Astral. Looks like, just trying to sort of wait out onto the side there. I think that was pretty smart from the Void. I think he was sort of just trying to cover the edge of the area that the OD could potentially blink into. But as it was, couldn't get the blink off on this time, as they do kill him off immediately after the Astral comes to an end. Dire sent back to the high ground of their base.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Bottom lane, Skywrath. Working on the push. Working on another Greaves for the team. Not something you always see. We've already, of course, got the Greaves done on the Shadow Shaman, but Skywrath wanting to get a pair of Greaves themselves.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Now, boots do come in pairs, so it only makes sense. Well, they go 1-to-1 here. Top lane. They've got the Slark. They need... Timing again. Instantly in with the Hex. As the Chrono came to the end. Slark did have Shadow Dance to the ready. So again, if they don't perfectly lock him down in that situation, high chance that Slark's able to pop the ult and at least kill off one of them. Probably the Shaman, maybe even the two. So again, comboing him perfectly to leave him no chance to slip away.
Is under attack.
Push coming in on the top. Let's see who Scar. Yeah, so yeah, Tinker. He's the one to watch. I feel he's died quite a few times, but now with the Aghanims, and as I said, with the way that this man will jump straight into the base, they'll make sure they get the vision for the combos and set them off, set them alight with the lasers and the rockets. Here we go. Roshan for the taking. One of the earlier Roshans we've actually seen here in Herald. Normally we see Roshan ignored, but someone's made the call on the Radiant, and rightfully so. With the farm that the Void's got, they'll have no trouble taking this down. Well, Tinker! this man's crazy. His team's doing Roshan. He's jumping into the base. Okay, they're playing around with him with the Astral. Now, that might actually give him a chance to play out of this one. He'll get one more realm off, but he's in the Macropie. There's no escape. I mean, yeah, he is a wild player, man. It's lovely to see. Love to see it. They're stepping over. Radiant have sort of baited Dire outside of the base. Void's in with the kill onto the Jakiro. They'll chase out for more. No chrono for 40 seconds. We've seen Tinker jump up to the high ground. Does anybody else in his team want to do so? Doesn't look like it. Void's, even with the Aegis and the BKB, it's a little more self-contained. Doesn't want to throw himself up to the high ground quite yet. That looks to more safely get the push on around behind this bristleback. Here we go. Void. He's on the hunt. See who's able to win this one. He has BKB Aegis and also a Chronosphere in 10 seconds. So I don't think the Slark's going to do too well. Has to get the Shadow Dance off. See if he can take down the Void once. It's going to be hard. Time walks back up. Quick dodge to the side. They're playing around with him. Bash is coming in as well as the Hex. He's not going to be able to put the Void even the once. Over to the side. Lifesteal OD trying to go onto this Bristleback. But they can't do so. They cannot do so. Void's in. Kronos at the ready. Jumps over. Oh, Lifesteal's going to walk back into it. The Ice Path is down. Locking out the Void for now. But the chance is there for Void to step over the BKB. Look towards the Lifesteal. The Lifesteal are trying to turn with the Rage. Macropie is out. Will kill the Void the once. Round 2 coming up in a second. Ice Path's ready and set for him. What backup is available? Heck, a Shackle is. Shackle from the Shaman stops the Lifestealer. Void, he wants to go back in on this. Has to be a bit careful how he fights around the Macropie. Lifestealer trying to chase down the Shaman, but he's getting close to the wards. Close to Bristle. Bristle is stuck. Bristle has been contained by his teammates. He's stuck in the wards for now. It's alright. They don't need him. They don't need him here. I mean, that's one scary area to step up to there. Stepping up to a Serpent Wards. Not only Serpent Wards, but Serpent Wards with a Bristle back in the middle of it all. All is good, though. Doesn't matter too much that he was stuck there. The kills are still out. There's 4 dead on the Dire. Radiant continuing to build up their lead. They're up 10k right now. Very close to Aghanim's done. He does have phase boost. Yeah, he does. Sometimes you forget. Sometimes you forget. Not me. If anyone watches me play Dota, I spam the hell out of them. This man less so. He's a little bit more choosing with how he uses phase boost. Commitment in for the BKB Slark. Ready to go for this Shaman. Shaman is doing a great job of running away from this. You'll see Tinker try and TP in to help out, but it's not going to be able to do so in time. Shaman's down. Very close to having this Aghanim, so I mean, wait, yeah, he's got it done. Picking up the Ags down from the secret shop. Tinker getting the Ether Lens off next, making sure that when he does blindly blink up to the high ground, there's more chance that he's going to be in range of a hero to hit with his rockets and lasers. Well, here we go, OD. Not at the moment. Radiant have done a really good job of keeping the vision up on the Dire jungle, so Tinker can play like this here. He can play like this here. Oh, no, Roche not going to quite be up yet. A little early on that one. Now, of course, he has lost the Aegis, but yeah, still a fair few minutes for that one. Bristleback. Oh, Jakiro. Rest in peace, I think. No, why? He didn't have disruption. He had already used it. No way to save him. There's going to be a buyback from Jakiro. He's going for the Axe here on Shadow Demon. I don't mind that at all. But he's very close actually to having it. See if they can hold off this defense. So as they're coming in, Void's in with the BKB. Chrono's down. That's another beautiful one. 3 heroes locked down. Mystic Flare coming out as well. The Rage was already off, so heavily limiting the damage output there from the Skyrath. Jakiro will still die. Bristle ready to run down this Lifestealer all the way towards the base. Odie holds him back with the Astral, turns with the Meteor Hammer, but Lifestealer will fall. Meteor Hammer does catch onto the 3 of them there. 3-man Meteor Hammer, but Void fights on, takes out the OD. Bristle's getting very, very low here. He's healing up a little bit from the spell Lifesteal. Void having to jump out. They're trying to chase. Oh, but Bristle turns back in. Turns back in. Oh, there's the break it. He's not he wasn't prepared to be broken there by the Slark and a Silver Edge. Dies a lot quicker than I think he was expecting to do so. But that was a couple of buybacks. They had to buy back on the Jakiro and the Lifestealer to have any sort of chance of turning that fight around. There we go, bottom lane. Ready for the push. Slark's ready on the hunt. Oh, he's going to go for the Void. Void, BKB's still on cooldown for 7 seconds. Void's in trouble. He's been leashed. Is he able to jump out in time? He's not. They're taking out the Void. Slark with the BKB and the Shadow Dance. He's ready to go for more. Shaman's tried their best popping down the wards, but this time, Dire don't care. They're going to look for Tinker as well. Tinker trying to TP out. Ooh, he's not going to do it in time. 5 heroes dead. 5 heroes dead on the Radiant. They may have had the lead. They may have had the hold on this game. But Dire fight back. Huge XP and gold going the way of the Slark off the back of that one. He's up to 21 permanent agility stacks. Level 25. Nearly 3k gold in the bag. This game is not over yet. Not over yet. And down the mid they go. Here we have it. This tier 1 tower is not standing a chance. Skyrath's going to head over. Doesn't want to get too close, though. Dire, they're coming in heavy down the mid. And you see, oh yeah, Slark, he's ready to dive underneath the tower. Bristleback's respawning, coming over, but Slark's able to commit in. He takes him down, picks up the Basher there with that last 3k gold that he had from the last teamfight win. Look at the kill. They could even look, they're going to look to dive for the Bristle as well. They're in with the setup. The hammer combo's there. They're in onto the Bristleback. Bristle's in trouble. He's been broken. He's definitely dead. Dire, I mean, this is a perfect read from the Dire side. They have that one fight, and they say we can go down mid, and they do. Sometimes you don't see this. It's sort of all levels, right? You have some sort of great defense after a tough game, tough mid game, and then you don't quite know what to do. These boys and girls, they do. They're straight down the mid. This Rex is gone. BKB, jump forward, looking for the Chrono, but Slark, oh, he pounces to dodge it. He's over towards the backline with the BKB. Shadow Demon's going to be able to save themselves as well with the disruption, keep themselves alive. They're controlling the Void. As Void, oh, he'll get the time walk off. Slowed down by the dual breath, they're closing in. Void's going to die as well. More kills. Void buying back furiously here. As Dire, they've evened this game up perfectly. Void's got to be careful how he jumps close as well. No Chronosphere, no BKB. Dire, how much are they going to stick around though? The spam and the Tinker's starting to get a little bit too much for them. They're back off. But a huge, huge move there from Dire. Mid-Rax, it's gone. DD Rune, it's there. They want to get more. Roshan, we'll maybe see it in under a minute. A short respawn on Roshan would be very nice here for the Dire side. They'll have no trouble taking it down with the Slark. And yeah, they can kill Roshan very easy. But yeah, last 30 seconds. 30 seconds until we'll see if that is going to be there for them. Some of the newer neutrals out. Despite those deaths and those moves, Void's KDA is still looking very good. He's still holding on to the game for his team, really. And a Chronosphere can change, can fix everything. Can fix everything if he gets a good Chrono. Especially with the lineup he has. With the Skyrath, and with the Tinker, they can get the kills. Mid lane Bristle steps out too far. It's not a safe map for the Bristle with the Slark and the Silver Edge in play. I mean, just as soon as you saw me earlier saying Slark had 3k buys a bash, and now he's back up to 5k. The gold is just flying in for this Slark off the back of those last few moments. Taking those team fights, taking those racks. Slark is a massive problem. That problem only continues. Another kill found. The temporary stacking up the permanents as well. That's the dangerous one, up to 26. They're not fading away. He's been having a glorious game. It's been a fantastic game for fighting. 50 to 48. 38 minutes in. Slark has been loving it. BKB nearly done for the OD. Suddenly this Skyrash impact is going to be heavily limited against these cores. And OD, he's got the catch. In with the blink. Anything they can do to help this Sky? Not at all. Not at all. Only defensive thing the Skyrath has at the moment is that Greaves. That's not going to save you at all from the amount of damage that can come out from these two when you've been caught in the combo. Another Basher picked up by the side. Lifesteal's getting hit sent over. A lot of levels as well. Level 26. Actually, if we just sort of check over the overall hero levels, now we start to see the inflated XP on some of these heroes. Level 28 now on Slark. Ties in for another push. Jump forward. They'll get the Chrono off. It's a good one onto the three of them. Rage again was already there, so Mystic Flare is not going to do anything at all. Lifesteal are now trying to step away. The Dilation slowing them down. Lifesteal's going to jump into the OD Shaman. He's disconnected. Oh, they're a man down for this defense Radiant. Can they do it? A man down. Jump forward for the Tinker. BKB is out for the OD. OD turns up the Sanity. The Eclipse bursts out the Void. Void's dead for 2 minutes. Void is out of the game. Heading over now to deal with the Bristleback. They'll contain him with the Astral. Slark's ready to set up as he comes out of it. They'll take him down too. They've lost their Shaman. They've lost the Bristle and the Void. I mean, Tinker's doing their best here to hold. But that was rough. A tough time to lose, arguably, their star player. With how much Shaman's been doing in the game so far. He was gone. The Rax and Tower are still alive, but 2 big losses there. The Void and Bristle going down. The game continuing to look up here for the dire side. Slark treats himself to a complete Scardy with money to spare. Still 3k gold in the bank after picking up that Scardy. Shaman's back. My goodness, they need him. Oh, and Tinker's gone now. Oh, no. Oh, no. Shaman's back again. Tinker is still gone. This ain't great. This ain't great. They're going to try for the pause. They're going to try for the pause here. Will the pause be respected? Obviously, there's a little bit of a cooldown where it has to be whilst the player is DC'd. There is a chance as well that the Tinker DC'd in order to cause the situation in which the pause can be held whilst the Shaman was gone. But now the Shaman is back. So maybe there's some mates. They know each other. They're going to say, I'm back in. Shaman's back in. You can reconnect right now.
My prayers are answered.
The pause. It's not going to be held, though. They're spamming the unpause here, Dire. Shaman has thrown down his wards here in an attempt to keep these tier 4 towers safe. They push hard. They push fast, though. A little bit of time being respected once more. So there's someone spamming the F9. I don't want to say it's the guy who picks OD, but I'm going to say it's the guy who picks OD, probably. Or the Slark picker. It's either the Slark picker or the OD picker that the kind of people to spam F9. Believe me, I know I'm a Slark picker and I have spammed F9 in the past. I'm afraid to admit. It's just the nature of the hero. It's, you're just a bad person.
Absolutely perfect.
Well, another attempt at the pause. Actually, wait, who was it? It does say, doesn't it? Who was unpausing? Oh, no, it doesn't say. Never mind. Never mind. It does not say. They do need Tinker. Tinker was having a really good game. He was doing a lot of damage in these fights. The unpause coming in again, but Tinker's still not back. 10 seconds till Bristle. They're kind of split on the objectives. It Lifesteal. Whoa! Trying to go for the tier 4s. It hurts. BKB from the Slark. He's trying to get in on these heroes. He'll find the Shaman. Shaman goes down. Slark's been silenced. He's into the trees. Bristle trying to find him. Jakiro dies, I believe, to the tier 4 towers. So a buyback from Jakiro. Slark ready to go back in. He's going to go for the Bristle. He's got Shadow Dance to the ready. He needs to find someone to hit, though. The Astral kind of not working out great for the Slark there. The silence out of the two. They've lost the Shadow Demon. The spam as well is going to cause the death of the OD. They managed to kill off another. Radiant, they're somehow pulling together some sort of a hold. Lifestealer He's going in for the bristleback, but the jump force there for the Void. The bashes are in as well. He's also got a Chronosphere if he wants to drop it, if he feels he needs to. And he's going to continue to chase forward here. Jakiro turns with the Ice Pop and a nice dodge to the side. Jump in. Chrono's down. He's caught the two of them here, Void. Lifestealer's dead. Jakiro as well. Radiant, despite the loss of a teammate and the long death for two of their cores, they'll hold the base. They'll hold the base. Oh boy, the game still goes Slark. The last man left standing here for the team. He's going for the Void. The BKB is out. Oh, I tell you what, that 20% backtrack, boys and girls, saved him from the hit that would have killed him. Void is out and alive. He'll survive this. In the mid, Bristle pushing out the mid lane. Roshan is up. There we go. Bristle down the mid they go. Buyback status is not looking great for them. I mean, OD's back up in 30 seconds. Bristle can hit the towers. They hit the buildings pretty hard with the warpath stacked up. That 500 damage is quite a lot. One thing you can't really deal with, though, is a Slark at this stage. Slark can definitely kill this man solo. Shadow Demon just coming in to help out. I mean, why not? He has the Aghanims, he has the charges on the Demonic Purge. Might as well throw one out there. Slark, still the major issue. 6k gold. Let's see what they can do now. Dire, they still have that lead, but honestly, as I say, with that last move, they didn't really get much more out of it. The top racks are still there, bottom racks as well. So still just the loss of the earlier mid racks that holds back the Radiant. I'm actually going to see the Radiant come up with a smoke. Of course, Radiant, they're still without the Tinker. 2 minutes until he gets an abandon. Smoke out. Smoke and go Roche. I like it. Radiant not to be put down by the fact that it seems to be they'll have to play this one on 4 versus 5. Slark spending up the money. Abyssal Blade's done. 29 permanent Agi stacks. Slark. Oh, Slark might get the steal. Slark. He's going to start off the action. He's going in for the Void. Void drops the Chrono. He's going to try and take out this like Shaman. Oh, that Chrono was perfect. Does it perfectly so Shaman was not caught in it and was able to offer that extra bit of lockdown and control. Buyback immediately comes out for the Slark, but the Roche has been killed off. Skyros able to pick up the Aegis. We'll see Slark is ready to get back in action. He's going to go straight for this, but the Shadowblade, they don't have detection. Skyros going to be able to sneak away from the Slark. Shaman will be left behind, but arguably they keep the cores alive. This is fine for the Radiant. Slark brought back and all he gets was a support kill. For now, at least. Sky. He's away. The courier will fall. Sky makes it out there. Looks like they are trying. Someone's trying a bit of the micro on the Tinker. They're still without the Tinker player. They're closing that gap, though. That was bigger than 10k, that lead. Now down to 6k. Slark's still the big issue. But he's put himself in a position where one Chrono could do it. He's used his buyback. If Radiant can wait off until the next round of Chronosphere and kill this Slark, they might have the chance to run it down mid. Right in the mid they go. Micro continuing. Not quite sure. I guess Shaman's doing it right now. Tinker's gone. Tinker has been confirmed out of action. Radiant's got to do this 4v5. They've got to try and do it 4v5. In the mid, Slark. He's ready to go to town. He's onto the Bristle back. Bristle. Well, actually going to get a bit of extra time to live here thanks to the disruption. Still dies nonetheless as he comes out of it. He has got buyback available. Uses it straight away. Big timing here for the Void. Still 30 seconds until the Chronosphere. They've got to hold off the fight until he's got that ready. Otherwise, they don't stand any chance of killing this Slark. They'll set up with the Rod of Atos. Slark ready to go back over towards the Bristle. Bristle needs help and he needs it now. Void tries to jump over, but Slark's in with the BKB. And he's getting a little low himself, and Shadow Dart's still on cooldown for 15 seconds, so Slark will step back. 15 seconds until the Chronosphere. Bristle's back in, but the hard hits of the OD are causing him issues. Astrals, disruptions, holding back the two cores. Bristle's still alive somehow. The magic combo of Skyriff is flying over towards the Lifestealer. Lifestealer will manage to head off to safety. Whoever's on the micro at the Tinker, they're doing great work. They're doing great work. They were spamming out the rockets, the lasers in the team fight. Shaman He's been popping off as the Shaman. He's now doing it as the Tinker. Bottom lane, Slark back in with the push. He's got the ult ready to go. He's not scared. He'll take this Rax. Void's going to jump in. Chrono down. Chrono down. They know if they kill this Slark, he's out for a long, long time. No holding back there. They know that that's the kill that they need to throw everything upon. OD's trying to make him go at this here. Lifestealer running around, but the Shackle's there. Shaman's in with the lockdown. Rage will come off in time. Demonic Purge drop down onto the Void. He's going to jump over towards the back lines, trying to chase his supports, but the ult of the Shadow Demon continues to slow him. OD's caught on the high ground. He goes down. Jakiro dead as well. Shadow Demon's got to run. He'll put the Ghost Scepter. Turn around with another set of poison. Slark's caught it. Slark's caught the GG. There'll be a buyback coming out for the OD. Slark and Jakiro, they're out for over a minute. Shadow Demon going for the TP out. He's out of there. He's out of there. Ready to run down the mid. Now it's Radiant's turn to see how much they can do whilst Dire are without two of their heroes. It's a long timing. 70 seconds without the Slark, and the Slark has been the huge component of the team that's been doing the damage at this stage. Without the Slark, they don't kill the Bristle. They don't manage to hunt to the backlines and get the setup on the heroes such as Skywrath Mage. They're bringing it down mid. Boys looking to end it. They're going for the tier 4s. They're going for the tier 4s. OD's going to try and turn things around with the hammer combo. He's able to get it down onto the Void at least. BKB's out, but Void jumps across. He's going to be ready to start beating into the OD. The BKB comes to an end. The hits on the Void is too much. He's one more time, walk away to the side. Will keep him safe. He's thinking about going back over towards the OD. The OD steps forward. A defensive disruption comes out from Shadow Demon. Silence out to the Lifestealer. OD is down. Lifestealer as well. Slark's going to be back up in 20 seconds. Shakira back in 10, but now no OD for 2 minutes. He's short. Yeah, buyback still on cooldown. Lifestealer is short the money of buyback. They have a fortification. Let's see what they do here. Shadow Demon, the spam of the poison. I mean, Radiant's a little more careful with how they push. Even with the Aegis on the Skywrath, they're backing off. Dire's going to get the chance to have another shot at this. They're going to have another chance at another go. They don't even lose the mid-racks, despite all the deaths that were being thrown across the place there. Heart's nearly done for the Bristle. How's Void's items looking? He's got a lot of money. Needs to spend it. They need everything. He's going to get a juicy amount of gold here from the amount of ranged creeps pushing in top. He's got to get his money spent. They need a big item from the Void. Something that's going to allow him to jump in with the Chrono, pretty much kill the Slark off regardless of there being backup or not around him. So the rest of his team can focus on the others. Skywrath going for the Gleipnir. Penta Edge, beautiful item for either the Void or the Bristleback. Void may still favour the Leveler due to the bash and the procs of the Mjolnir. Penta Edge could be perfectly fine on the Bristleback, because Bristleback hits hard, especially with the stats that he's going to have from the Heart. Heart is out. He's going to hold on to the Cloak for now. Also, of course, very nice item, but that Penta Edge, I always want to see someone grab that. Satanic's going to be the call from the Void next. Slark. Starting to have a bit of a poke on the top lane. On his own. DD Rune. Be glorious here for either of these teams. They've both got hard hitters right now. 50 minutes in. 61 to 57. But still as close as ever on the gold. Just 2k gold in it. As late into the game as we are. Satanic's done. Understandable. Survivability, the huge thing here. Between the cooldowns, the time walks, the uses of the Satanic, he'll be very, very hard to kill. The 20% backtrack also, we've seen it come into play already. Refresher Orb for our Shaman. Just a recipe away. I mean, they've got the push. If Radiant take a fight, if they get anywhere close to these tier 4s, those 2 rounds of Shaman Wars get laid down. They're going to be gone. Void even picking up the smokes for his team at this late moment of the game. A good smoke into a Chrono will do it. It will absolutely do it. Buyback status, I guess, actually is the big thing right now. Buyback, it is the Chrono counter. Slark's got it in a minute, needs to get a bit more money. 4 minutes until the ODs. Kiro and Shaman are good, but yeah, they've got to be wary of their buybacks at this stage. Well, what do we have? Hang on. Shaman just laying down the walls, keeping the towers, the rack safe. Bristle picking up the AC for the team. I'm just going to have another pause. This time for the Jakiro. Now, that is a... That's a pause that ain't going to happen. You all know that as well. If your team didn't pause for the guy that literally DC'd, albeit he is obviously abandoned now, you're not going to get the courtesy of the enemy pausing for you when you don't even have someone disconnected. So, don't even try it, Dire. They won't wait. They won't wait. You got to at least have someone leave the game if you want to pause the game. Otherwise, they won't be respecting it. Slark. Oh, he's going in. He's going in. Straight away with the BKB. Oh, detection? No, it's not a thing on the cause. It's not a thing on the cause. So Slark would... Oh, it is a thing, though, for Radiant. They get the setup onto the Lifestealer underneath the Sentry Wars. They take him out. Slark's ready to try and go back in on towards the Bristleback. Jump over the Chronos out. He's caught the two big cores. He's caught the Slark. He's caught the OD. Slark down and out. OD as well. Not too much he can do here. Pot the BKB, turn with a round of the Meteor Hammer, but OD will fall. He brings down a couple of them. He's burning to the Macropire as well. Bristleback's got to be careful. Steps out of the Macropire. Jakiro does get surrounded and beaten down here. It's 3 or 4 dead on Dire. Buyback status, as I say, it's the all-important thing right now. Slark has got the money. Jakiro as well. Lifestealer, 200 gold short. They need that to be picked up from somewhere on the map. There's no bouncing rings to grab right now, so it's not going to happen. And OD, 2 minutes on cooldown. Yeah, Sky has bought the mouse. He's trying to get the Gleipnir. Sky's trying to get the Gleipnir, get that bit more control out for the team. That AoE route can be nice, of course, to set up for the double round of spells that he's sending out with the Aghanims. Mid lane push coming in. Jakiro's coming with a buyback. Creep soon to be approaching. Void jumping in. The fortification coming out maybe a little bit early here, because the creeps weren't quite back in. Now the backdoor protection comes down and fortification is going to come to an end. Slark with the buyback. He's ready to start his attempt on towards the Bristle. Void and Skyriff, they're bailing. They're bailing. They're leaving this Bristle. They're too scared of the Slark. They don't want to have any part of this. Bristle will live pretty long, but he should be dead to the inevitable build-up of the damage output of this Slark. As Bristle dies, Shadow Demon trying with a bit of a solo push action here with the illusions. The micro continues on Tinker to attempt to keep this top lane defended. I mean, this man, he's just going for the push here with the Rat. He just keeps on disrupting himself, making the illusions. He's not the most survivable hero. I mean, nice dodge of the Mystic Flare with that. And, he was actually going to turn for the Skyriff. Skyriff's a little scared. I mean, Shadow Demon sort of holding his own here off the back of this push. He's going to keep going for it. Rockets are coming out as they are using the Tinker to help defend. He's just going to be able to swag his way out of there, just walking off into the sunset. It's like, my work here is done. Bit of a push, bit of damage done to the range racks. They're half dead. And he's a man that knows how to end the game. Roshan's up. Lifestealer into the pit. Of course, with the buybacks being used. The big one, as I say, is always going to be the Slarks. It would be lovely if he can get that Aegis. Where is the Slark right now? He's over. He's in the range of being able to head over and pick that up. They need the Slark to help out for this Roshan. Lifestealer can't really do it on his own. At least not without a bit of struggle. There we go. A bit more of a full commitment now. And indeed, all part of the push there, the Paladin Sword. Extra plus damage. Plus damage, it helps out the push. Here we have it. And what do we got? Oh, no. Oh, Aegis actually taken by the Lifestealer. Aghanims, I believe, went the way of the OD. No? That is... Yes? No. Maybe. No, Slark. Slark has the Ags. Slark to the Ags. OD got his own Ags. Slark to the Ags. And he's to the cheese. So here we go. I'll try again here. Another push from Dire this time. Aegis and cheese to back it up. The Chrono's got to be perfect. Oh, and he's got 2. He has got 2. He's got Refreshers, Slark. BKB. Cheese being popped very early there. That's the BKB and the cheese done from the Slark. Void. BKB jumps in. It's a 3-man Chrono. It's a 3-man Chrono. The OD's going to be the first to fall. OD down. Over towards the Slark he goes with the bashes and the damage. The silence, the Ancient Seal as well. Slark's got no escape. Slark's gone. Refresher popped. He's ready for another round. Jumps off to the side with the Time Walk. Shouldn't need to commit the Chrono for this one. Goes back in. Ghost Scepter's not going to do anything against the damage of the Mystic Flare. They hold the defense. Lifestealer won with the Aegis, didn't even end up burning through it. Didn't get in on the front. And now, Slark, no buyback. Cooldown for 5 minutes still. They need their Lifestealer to be a bit more in there, or for him to at least be the one trying to bait the Chrono. It didn't happen. Buyback comes out for the Shadow Demon, but yeah, they're going to be without the OD, this Jakira, and the Slark for over a minute. Void, yeah, so rich right now. 5.1k, level 30. Bristleback going for the BKB next. Let's see. Here we go. Bristol's ready to push high ground. The AC is going to be able to do so quite quickly. Void. Skyrath bringing in mid lane. Bottom lane being dealt with by the Shaman. He's got the refresher popped as well, so he has a second round of wards to drop inside of the base. 58 minutes in. Oh my goodness, apologies. Bottom lane. Oh, Shadow Demon, bless him, is still going for the rat. This time, he's put to death and he brought back. Lifestealer. He's managed to find himself a Shaman, breaking apart a pretty significant part of the push. Of course, that refresher. And here we go down the mid. See what they can do here. They're looking to end it. Dire, what do they have? Slark's back up in 10. Jakiro also back up in 10. Void. He's going to get the Chrono off. And he's in with a lifesteal. Chrono pops the Satanic. OD is dead. No buyback on him. Lifestealer, that's the Aegis gone. He's going to be ready for round 2. Bristol's still trying to end Slark's. He's back in action and ready to come in with the defense. Round 2 of the Lifestealer's life. Bristle underneath the tower. He is dying and he's dead. Void, 20 seconds and he'll have another Chrono. But he's on his own. He's on his own right now. They're in with the pounce. He's going to try and tap the bash is there. Void's dead. Instant buyback from Void. Instant buyback from Void. I mean, they're doing so. Again, you've got to remember, Radiant, they're playing on 4v5. Is that too much of a struggle for them to be able to close this game? Slark's up, Lifesteal as well, level 30. Lots of money, get that money spent. Slark, how's his money looking as well? Again, he's getting to the point where he can get his next thing done. Let's see. Back on the onus of Radiant to come in with the defense. Fight to the death here from both sides. Apart from the Tinker, he had enough and decided to leave. But everybody else, a fight to the death. That's cooling off a little bit. Waiting for maybe, you know, both teams waiting for the full lineup to come in. Roshan, of course, a long way away. Was still done rather recently. Slark, 34 permanent agi. And we're 60 minutes, boys and girls. We'll get the big items out. Book of Shadows, Not a crazy one. See if we get something a little tastier. Let's see if both teams are able to get out. Book of the Dead. I mean, I'm going to say, get that to the Shark. I think it's time for the Demon to upgrade his sword. Seer Stone. Very nice here for either the Shadow Demon or the Jakiro. But I mean, if this man wants to split push, I want him to pick up that Book of the Dead. That would be the missing key to the way he wants to play. Refresher all done on Jakiro. 2 rounds the Macropile with the Ags. That hurts. That hurts. Clears out a whole lane as well. If he can get that down, it makes it hard to push. Giant Shrink. Lifestealer, he'll want that. I hope so, at least. Slark actually taking the Book of the Dead. I mean, it's a lot of strength. You've got to remember that. It is 30 strength. But then again, this is 35. I feel like if Slark wants it for the stats, he wants to take this. Maybe he's going to use it in the fights. Maybe he's going to be pushing some base with it. Let's see. Butterfly dump. He knows there's no MKB in action. It's going to mean he's going to have to switch in and out his Refresher Orb. Let's just get into some high-level stuff right now. Well, here we have it. Going in on the Bristle. BKB's off. Scarf trying to hold the map, but the BKB's out. Water going to get dropped down. Macropie's there from the side. Second round, he's actually dropped down 2 Macropies here. The burn will be real. Void Chrono out. He's caught the 3 again. Focuses out the OD, but the defensive disruption. Shadow Demon keeping the OD safe. The Bash comes out onto the Void. He's been pounced as well. The Astral's going to actually help him. The Astral's going to help him. It's going to give him a chance to live, I think. He's out with the Time Walk. Dodges the Sanity's Eclipse. They've lost the Shaman. Bristle's getting chased out, but the Angel seals in. Dark Pack removes it. Void jumps over. He's panicking. He doesn't know what to do. Doesn't know who to hit. Buybacks come out from the Life Stealer. They're coming over. They're trying to end Tinker. Tinker's being micro to try and keep this defense going as the creeps are beating into the tier 4s. The Abyssal's there onto the Void. Void's down. And he's out. Buybacks will cool down for 4 minutes. We'll see a buyback from the OD. They're looking to close it up. Tinker, the micro continues. They still try and hold, but they're without 3 members here, Radiant. It's just down to the Skywrath and a micro Tinker. The laser's in. Skywrath, BKB's off. 50 seconds until the Shaman up. It's a long time. Can they really hold here, the 2 of them? They're trying their best, but the Shadow Dance is back up. Silver Edge will protect the Skywrath. He's out to the side. But Tinker, he's out. No buyback, of course, for him. It's just the Skywrath left alive here. Diet, they're onto the tier 4s. Ancient exposed. Skywrath's going to have one more chance at it, but in with the BKB and the Bashes. No chance to hold back. That's GG. This game will be the Dias. My goodness, what a game. You know, hats off to the Radiant there, fighting 4 versus 5, fighting for their lives. But it didn't matter. It didn't matter at the end of it all. It was tough fights. They fighted well. They fought very, very admirably. But there we go, ladies and gentlemen. There we go, YouTube. Hopefully you enjoyed another installment of Herald action here on the YouTube channel. Be sure to like, subscribe. Let me know what you thought about the game. Which plays you enjoyed, and who was your star player here out of this one. Quite a lot to talk about, because, again, another fantastic banger of a match here. Thank you very much once again for joining me. I'll see you next time for more Herald casting. See you next time.